अस्सलाम वालेकुम। टोरंटो गेम ऑन है कि स्पेशल ट्रांसमिशन में आप सबको खुशामदीद कहते हैं। दिस इज़ अहमद गुरेज और मेरे साथ मेरे को होस्ट अरसलान बेग साथ मौजूद हैं। अरसलान बेग, क्या हाल है आपके?
अल्लाह का शुक्र। आप बताएं व्यूवर्स, तो आप देख रहे हैं कि टोरंटो गेम ऑन में हमें आप वर्ल्ड कप के बाद हमने काफ़ी अच्छी कवरेज दी थी और पूरा वर्ल्ड कप कवर किया था। अनफॉर्चुनेटली वर्ल्ड कप इज़ डन और अब अनदर जो है सेगमेंट स्टार्ट हुआ है हमारा, और वो क्या है, वो है ग्लोबल T20 कैनेडा। ग्लोबल T20 कैनेडा की जो है लास्ट ईयर ये स्टार्ट हुआ था ऑल द वे इन टोरंटो, जिसमें बड़े बड़े सेलिब्रिटीज़ ने हिस्सा लिया था। और इस दफ़ा ग्लोबल T20 कहाँ हो रहा है? राइट इन ब्रैम्पटन। जी, ब्रैम्पटन में अहमद भाई यहाँ ग्लोबल T20 हो रहा है।
अरसान भाई, जितने भी हमारे व्यूअर्स हैं उनके लिए खुशी की बात है क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर हमने देखा कि सब लोगों ने इस पे काफ़ी रेजिस्टेंस फील किया कि वो टोरंटो ऑल द वे जाना, और ख़ास तौर पे अब ये ब्रैम्पटन के अंदर इतनी बड़ी लीग हो रही है कि जितने इंटरनेशनल स्टार्स हैं जिनको आप टीवी पे देखते हैं, आज आप उनको अपने ही शहर ब्रैम्पटन में देखेंगे और विटनेस करेंगे। ग्राउंड इस टाइम रेडी है, इवेंट इज अबाउट टू स्टार्ट, सो आई एम वेरी मच प्रीटी श्योर कि एवरीवन विल बी एक्साइटेड।
Everyone is excited because the last tournament happened in King City. That's way far, you know, even though King City has excellent ground, but लेकिन वहाँ पे because of the distance not too many public come। लेकिन अब तो ओंटारियो के हार्ट में हो रहा है, ब्रैम्पटन में,
right.
और लोकेशन इज राइट, यू नो, अक्रॉस द, बिल्कुल हाईवे से पास है, बिल्कुल मिसिसागा से सेंटर में, टोरंटो से सेंटर में, ओकविल, मिल्टन, यू नेम इट, हर जगह से ये करीब है। इवन ईस्ट साइड स्कारबरो से भी अगर आप यहाँ आते हैं, टेक्स अबाउट 50 मिनट्स। तो एक बेस्ट लोकेशन पे एक्सीलेंट टूर्नामेंट होने जा रहा है जहाँ पे बड़े बड़े स्टार्स शिरकत कर रहे हैं। और मैंने जैसे कहाँ हो रहा है ये इवेंट? ब्रैम्पटन में,
राइट, ब्रैम्पटन में, और इसको पावर 8 सेंटर कहा जाता है ताकि
CAA सेंटर हो गया। CAA सेंटर का ये ग्राउंड है। और अहमद भाई, तो इसमें जो है हम इससे पहले हम अपने गेस्ट को बुलाएं, कुछ इस टूर्नामेंट के प्लेयर्स की बात कर लेते हैं।
सर, प्लेयर्स,
आपका कौन सा फेवरेट खिलाड़ी है?
सर देखें, इस दफा हाईलाइट ऑफ द सीजन इज वन ऑफ द इंडियन प्लेयर दैट एवरीवन वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट। कि लास्ट ईयर देयर वाजंट एनी इंडियन प्लेयर, सो दिस ईयर इट्स अ गुड न्यूज फॉर एवरीवन, फॉर क्रिकेट लवर्स। युवराज सिंह is coming to GT20. It's a big thing, big name, and all of you guys must be excited to see him, to witness him. His sixes could be 6 balls, 6 sixes on the same ground.
And then, you know, that's what so many people are excited, क्योंकि युवराज सिंह के आने के बाद इस टूर्नामेंट में जान आ गई। नो डाउट ही इज वन ऑफ द लेजेंड्स, और 6 बॉलों पे 6 सिक्सेस मारना, इट्स नॉट अ स्मॉल थिंग। लेकिन इसके युवराज सिंह में कहानी खत्म नहीं हुई सर। इसके साथ साथ पाकिस्तानी भी प्लेयर्स आ रहे हैं। इसके अलावा नॉट पाकिस्तानी प्लेयर्स, इसके अलावा जो है न्यूजीलैंड के प्लेयर भी आ रहे हैं। न्यूजीलैंड के कैप्टन विलियमसन, जी हाँ, विलियमसन, जिन्होंने बहुत लोगों का हार्ट जीता है अपना एटीट्यूड से, अपनी परफॉर्मेंस से। ही इज कमिंग एज वेल एज शाहिद अफरीदी, और उसके अलावा जो है वेस्ट इंडीज की क्रिस गेल।
सर, देयर आर सो मेनी प्लेयर्स, वी कैन कीप ऑन टेलिंग देयर नेम्स ABC, बट ऑल ऑफ देम आर सुपरस्टार। वी ऑलवेज हैव बीन सीइंग देम ऑन TV. It's a time to come witness them on ground. और अभी थोड़ी देर में हम अपने जो स्पेशल हमारे गेस्ट हैं GT20 की मैनेजमेंट, उनको भी हम साथ यहाँ पे इस शो के अंदर लेंगे और उनसे पूछेंगे कि क्या तैयारियां हो रही हैं, कैसे ये इवेंट होगा, कैसे मैचेस होंगे, कौन कौन आ रहा है। सो देयर इज मच टू डिस्कस।
अच्छा, आप ये बताएं ना कि इतने सारे खिलाड़ी तो सारे फेवरेट है, कोई आपका भी फेवरेट होगा ना?
सर देखें, आई थिंक अगर मैं कहूँ तो रिसेंटली जो हमने एक कहते हैं कि बेस्ट मैच विटनेस किया, दैट वाज न्यूजीलैंड वर्सेस इंग्लैंड, द बेस्ट मैच, और उसमें जो बेस्ट परफॉर्मर था वाज विलियमसन, एंड आई थिंक ही इज माय फेवरेट दिस टाइम। द वे ही परफॉर्म, द वे ही प्लेड थ्रू आउट द टूर्नामेंट वाज ट्रेमेंडस।
लेकिन वहाब रियाज और शादाब खान के बारे में क्या?
सर, डेफिनेटली बीइंग अ पाकिस्तानी, आई फील प्राउड दे हैव परफॉर्med वेरी वेल, बट here,
लेकिन सर, here is not Pakistan,
right,
it's not India, it's not West Indies, it's just a global T20 and that is happening. तो हमारे जो है, अब हम आपको अगले सेगमेंट की तरफ लेके चलते हैं। We have guests here, so keep watching Toronto Game On only on Z9 TV. Welcome back to Toronto Game On, and yeah, global T20 is coming right in Brampton, and when it's starting, July 25th. That is right, July 25th is just few days away. And everybody's excited to, you know, about global T20. Lots of stars all the way from different countries are coming, and the moment we are waiting for is right here. And we are with the tournament director, Mr. Jason Harper, and we'd like to welcome you in Toronto Game On.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you for having me. I know you guys have been around and enjoying the festivities and seeing what's coming. It's exciting.
Jason, people are thrilled to come to this event. What is going on, man? This ground was nothing couple of days ago. And I see there's so much done. What's happening, man?
A lot of risks, a lot of dreaming, and a lot of work. Right? A lot of people who took our crazy ideas and were able to execute them. none of it would be possible without the principals, Mr. Gurmeet Singh Bamra and his family.
Right.
They're backing the support of the Mayor of Brampton, Mr. Patrick Brown.
Yes.
The Honourable Patrick Brown and his entire staff, the Commissioner of Sports and Recreations, Mr. Al Manisis. All these people who have thrown their support behind the initiative, even at the last minute,
Right.
because we were searching for a home for a while there. We think Brampton is the place to be. We brought this high quality cricket to the fans, and we'll see what the outcomes will be in a couple of weeks.
How do you compare getting a tournament in King City last year
Right.
and getting them in Brampton?
I don't think there's a comparison there. Last year was a proof of concept. We wanted to see, more importantly, whether or not there was a market and whether or not people would enjoy what we were presenting to them. It was early days. We made some mistakes along the way. King City was a great option for us. We're actually using King City for our practice venues this year. But we knew from the jump that we needed to be close to the people who watch cricket more, right? And that's where we initially looked at playing in Mississauga. The feasibility for that didn't quite work, and Brampton welcomed us with open arms, and we're here now. With the facilities coming together beautifully. I think most people are surprised at the work that we've been able to do, but we have competent, capable professionals on the site, and we're excited to see what happens. I mean, the next thing to see is the quality of operations that we can produce and the quality of cricket that the best of the world can produce. So we'll see where it goes.
Okay, so Mr. Jason, I just want to find out, World Cup just recently done. And now we see that lots of people from World Cup who was playing are coming here today. And the main thing, the main key player that is coming is Yuvraj Singh, who wasn't playing World Cup, but Yuvraj Singh, we heard Yuvraj Singh everywhere. As well as Kane Williamson also coming. Yeah,
Kane actually, just unfortunately, is unable to come because of the Sri Lanka series that's coming up. But we've replaced him with Mohammed Hafiz, who's equally just as good. So the professor is coming instead. But to be able to
have to do this comparison, we'll come back to that.
I will get back to the comparison. But to have a player of Yuvraj's caliber here in Canada wasn't easy to do. I think what people misunderstand about the Global T20 family is that we leverage our relationships in the global cricket business. We have relationships with these guys, and most of the guys you see coming here are guys who are interested in growing the game globally. Not just in India or in Pakistan, but they want to see the gospel of cricket spread internationally. So it's not a hard sell to get a Yuvraj Singh here or a Chris Gale. Those guys want to be able to say that they were a part of this for the future.
We'll go back to the ground. I see the ground is set up very nice. Don't you think it's a shorter ground for Yuvraj Singh?
A little bit too small for him. That's one of my concerns. Everybody's telling me, Jason, don't worry. One of the things we were able to do was to bring drop-in pitches from Indianapolis, which was a big investment by the owners, and they'll stay here. The thought behind that is if we leave these quality pitches here, that the local cricket clubs will be able to play on them and simulate more international conditions. There aren't very many turf wickets here in Canada. To speak of in terms of ratio to size of the people playing versus turf wickets. So we're just adding to what's there. We have 3 world-class pitches now, so hopefully that leads to more development of the game here in Canada.
Okay, so just a quick question actually. I am also a board of director of Brampton.
You wear several hats,
but today I'm not, as I said earlier, I'm not representing them, I was running the TV. So what sort of support you get from Brampton and Etobicoke presidents?
Mr. Prem Prasad from the beginning was supportive, but he's had to move his games to other facilities. But he understands the big picture. With us investing into the physical resources, it will help him develop his human resources, right? He's done work in the community for well over 3 decades, and this will continue to help lift the standard of cricket. He, along with other community organizers, are critical of Mr. Prasad primarily because of where we are. We wouldn't have had this facility if he didn't take a step back.
Brampton has played a big role in hosting this GT20 season 2. So, going back to the teams, how many teams this year?
We have 6 teams this year. Remember, if you followed last year, we had 5 franchises and a West Indies B team.
Yes.
We no longer have a West Indies B team, but we still have the relationship with Cricket West Indies. They were critical in getting GT20 off the ground as the supporting full member board. That rule has changed, so we have to be fully accredited by the International Cricket Council, not by a full member now.
Okay.
But Cricket West Indies is still around, so we created a 6th franchise, and it made sense that we're creating a 6th franchise in a new city of Brampton that we named that franchise Brampton Wolves. and that franchise features the likes of Darren Sammy, Shaider Freedy, Wahab Riaz, and others. So
they're big names.
Big names, right? So that franchise will garner the attention and the appreciation of the people of Brampton. It's their team, right? We'll hopefully see a rivalry between a Brampton team versus the Toronto team. So that's kind of the thinking.
Which one you're supporting?
I have absolutely
no idea.
Horse in the race.
You're still thinking?
No, I can't. I'm the tournament director. I have a lot more stress to think about.
So you're supporting all 16?
All 16. I support good cricket. We're taking a big risk here. And we most sports play short, act long, but play short. We're actually playing long in every way. In every way that we're doing, from the development initiatives to what the principals are investing, their look at investment and what they expect to return. It's a long shot. We'll see. The main goal for us, I think, is to develop Canadian talent. Many people overlooked this year. There's a Yuvraj Singh thing. There's a 6th franchise named in Brampton. But many people overlooked that 30 Canadian young men will be playing again alongside these guys. And it'll probably go up to 32 or 33 with the replacement players coming in. So that's critical. That has an impact for the game long term. This is all fine, but how are we providing opportunities?
So Jason, what are the entertainments here for the crowd? Obviously, they're going to watch the game, and there's also food stalls, different food stalls.
Food stalls, fanfare, food court. Our event director Amir Shamsi is doing a really good job in attracting vendors, attracting people to have a good time in that would be the west side of the facility. But people are genuinely coming for the cricket because
the last year I see Shamsi also, Amir Shamsi brought very good stall people, and their food are very tasty, and I can see that he's every day he's with you in the ground, and he's working really hard and dedicated person.
And that's a really good point that you've made. Like, most people don't know our faces because we're quietly in our offices. That's right. We left the venue at 4 a.m. this morning. We're back at 7. So there's a group of committed people who. Cricket is the lifeblood for us. We genuinely know the power of the game, and we are at the forefront of expanding the game in North America. Something that we're really, really, really proud about.
I think people do appreciate the hard work you guys have put together. People see all those players, but everyone should know that behind the scene is these people working here. Going back to the game, umpiring. Is there going to be some international umpires going to come?
Certainly, lots of. We're having 6 umpires on the panel. Most of them are coming from overseas, so we're working closely with the International Cricket Council to also help develop umpires here in Canada as well. So some Canadian umpires will also get an opportunity.
Have you guys selected the umpires yet?
Not finalized, not yet, but the ICC will get back to us. What we have finalized is we've become one of the leagues where we're truly focused on anti-corruption and security, and working with the ICC, and they're sending some of their representatives here, so they'll be overseeing the quality of cricket and the interaction between the players and fans. So we're doing everything to continue to grow not just the sport but the business.
That's right.
And provide opportunities, because maybe if you're a kid at home watching this and you're a cricketer but you aren't good enough to play for the national team, there's physiotherapists, there's trainers, there's team managers, there's analysts, stats guys, there's event organizers, admin people. There's so many opportunities, and we want this event to not just be opportunities for the cricketers, but for opportunities for the community as a whole.
So I see there's a lot of potential for the new cricketers who are actually Canadian based. They're going to get a lot of chances. So how does the drafting thing work?
So this year the draft works based on composition. So we go to the ICC with a plan. We say, hey, we want to bring 9 internationals per team to it. A team composition side is 16, 17 players. How many players do you approve? So the ICC last year did 9 players. We could bring 9 internationals from around the world.
So each team, or is
each team, yeah.
Each team, yeah.
So this year they said, no, we're focusing solely on development at the last minute, and we want you to have only 5 internationals in your starting 11, a cap of 7 in your team altogether. So it means A, it creates opportunities for more people in the associate countries, and B, it creates opportunities for more Canadians. That's how we got up to 30. So at that late stage, with new owners coming in and selecting teams, they don't know players. So we leaned, and it's still a business for them at the end of the day. So we leaned on Cricket Canada to provide us with a 40-man list of players to pull from. They came with notes on the key players. These are the guys that they selected, and the decisions were made that way. It wasn't in a way that it was nefarious to leave any player out or It genuinely is with an eye to development, but still maintaining a quality of cricket that people would want to come watch us.
Okay, so viewers like to know, actually, I know there's an opening ceremony happening in July 24th,
big concert
along
too.
with a big concert too. So, is all players will be in there?
Oh yeah, everybody will be there. Yeah,
Can you name few people so people
Chris
get
Gayle,
excited?
Andre Russell, Shoaib Malik is there. Chris Lynn. Shahid Afridi will be there. Yuvraj will hopefully be there.
Wahab Riaz.
Wahab Riaz is a good friend also. He will be there. He's a good guy. Shadab Khan. And keep going.
Your replacement, Muhammad
Hafiz should be there. Hopefully he gets his visa.
Mr. Professor.
The Professor, a good player, man.
Yeah,
his record speaks for itself.
He's a legend.
I mean, what people were surprised to see was we were able to attract talent. Because quite frankly, Canada is an easy sell. It's a hard sell to get the world's best players to come here. People said, "Oh, you don't have a stadium." We said, "We'll build one. We'll build a temporary one." "Oh, well, you don't have good outfields." We'll make one. You'll see what we've been able to do. We're still a week away, and we still have some more work to do and more rain to come, hopefully, to get us to where we need to be and where we really truly want to be.
Okay, before you go, Mr. Jason, would you like to give any message to the viewers?
I tell you, like, a lot of work has gone into what we've tried to do, and we're doing it for you. So this is your opportunity to go on our website, gt20.ca, purchase tickets. They're reasonable, starting at $14 a ticket, and it's open to the public to come. You can bring your families. It's a family-friendly environment. Unfortunately, they won't be parking on the site, so you'll have to park at the International Center on Airport Road and Derry, and you'll be shuttled here and shuttled back. So it's easy. We've made everything easy for everybody, and we look forward to seeing you coming in your thousands. Bring your families, come enjoy this spectacle, to see players that you've seen on television. These are your heroes, these are your cultural icons and your sporting icons. Feel free to come join us here at King City,
especially in Brampton,
and be a part of our GT20 family.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jason. And viewers, we will. This is Mr. Jason Harper, the tournament director, and we're gonna come back to you in the next segment. Keep watching Toronto Game On. Thank you. Hello viewers, welcome back to Toronto Game On, and yes, Global T20 is coming right on Brampton, and with me is none other than Brampton Etobicoke and District Cricket League President Mr. Prem Prasad, who have provided services in all over Ontario as well as in Brampton for 30 plus years, and he's with us. Let's listen what he has to say about. Hi Mr. Prem, how are you?
Not doing bad. I'm happy to be on your show. Last time I had to dial in, but at least today I'm here. And I guess we're here to talk about cricket and GT20 coming to Brampton and what role I had to play in this happening. I think I played a substantial role from day one when the idea came to me, when GT20 didn't happen in Mississauga and they went to the mayor. And as I was told by Jason and the rest of them that the mayor gave an explicit that if I'm not involved, then GT20 was not going forward.
Right.
So then they met me and I had a meeting with them for about 2.5 hours talking about the logistics of bringing GT20 to Brampton and what it will take, and for my league to get involved and the sacrifices we will have to make, because this venue was kind of already chosen by them when they went to the mayor and he told them that. So I guess the reason for that is this is one of our facilities that we built from scratch.
Right.
It was not my first choice, I have to be honest with you, and I did say that. But given the fact that they had already made up their mind on this and the mayor had already been brought on board on this, I actually wanted to bring GT20 to Brampton. As you know, when we supported Arsenal, we supported Mayor Patrick Brown.
Yes.
That was one of the platforms. And when I had him met me and talked to me and promised me what he will do for cricket in Brampton, which, by the way, he has kept every single word.
Right.
This was one of his platforms. So
Right.
I was more than happy to be on board, because we have been, as Arsenal said, 31 years. I think from 3 cricket facilities, we have built 17 of them with the prior mayor, and with this mayor is just continuing that run and finally bringing cricket to the standard that we needed it to be. We had regulation size pitches. They were all great. They were nice. But our grasses, we heard the same mantra from the city for years after years. This year I said the mantra has to stop, because the guy from the top, not God, but the guy from the top is telling you that you're going to cut it to half an inch, because they wanted to experiment. But now the director, the manager, everybody has seen what I meant, that it will completely transform the level and quality of our game going to half an inch. And now everybody's on board. As you can see, Central T20, I had the mayor there, we had the director of parks, Rob Gasper, we had the manager, Jim Pittman, and they're in constant contact with me during the week as to what they're doing and how they're doing it and what can be done and how they're doing it. A first budget was passed with new pitches coming at Dixie, Gore Meadows, 2 more, lights at Terremoto.
Yep.
Light will be at Gore Meadows too on another pitch. And the second one, when I met Parks and Rec, the mayor sent his commissioner with me, and that was to tell Parks and Rec that whatever they can put into their budget, they should listen and what I want done. And if they can't, they will draw a budget, send it to the mayor. Thankfully, that has been done, and that also was passed at City. So 2 budgets have been passed by our mayor, keeping his words. Second one will buy the appropriate equipment for cutting the outfield, the appropriate equipment for rolling the outfield, the appropriate shavers for the turf pitches, the rollers for the turf pitches, as turf pitches are coming in on Batsman Park, Terremoto, and Andrew McKendall's this year, and then the rest next year. So with GT, the staging GT in T20 in Brampton is a blessing for our city, and I'm sure Jason has told you this. This facility has been transformed. The facility will be left here. I'm not sure what are the concept with the turf wickets, because if they're left here, then you have to look at maintenance and upkeep and all of that.
Right.
Our city has been educating their staff. They have educated their staff to a point now that they know the right thing to do. They have come and made about 3 visits and got knowledge here. They intend to foster that knowledge and take it further by having more sessions with Andrew Nugent. They are purchasing the equipments. They have rented an equipment to try the half-inch cut. And that happened in the same weekend coinciding with GT20. And they told me they did it on 2. Can I go give a feedback? Well, we give the feedback, but we said, can you do it for Central T20? And they did it, and the results were amazing. Everybody who played, everybody was there. So, yes, I had a substantial role with working with Jason, and then Jason and Karen. I met Mr. Gurmeet. We talked about it. We have things that has been promised to BDCL as a sort of commitments for engagement and stuff. That will happen after the tournament. But regardless of what happens or not happen, I've been on board. I will stay on board, and I have been supporting this move with GT20 to Brampton, because this is great for the city of Brampton. It's great for all of our cricketers, and it's just bring life to everything we have done for 31 years.
Prem, I know you have a lot to talk about and you have a lot to tell us about, because you have done a lot in the last so many years. You have made it possible. Guys, if you want to really witness what he's saying, you will have to come to this ground to see this. A tournament which is happening from 25th, right?
Yeah, 25th of July.
Right. So Prem, a very important question. Jason told us that their first preference was to go to somewhere in Mississauga, and then they thought, no, Brampton, and they talked to Patrick Brown, and then Patrick Brown further keep on facilitating them with BEDCL. So many games were planned on this ground, and then they have scheduled somewhere else. So you think next year, or maybe sometime after this tournament is end, the team's gonna come back and play here?
Well, the sacrifices that we had to make was exactly that. The games that were scheduled here, we have a morning league, which you know is 100 teams now.
Oh yeah.
We are 157 teams, between 57 for the afternoon. We're the largest cricket league in Canada currently, as of last year, and it's keep growing. And the more facility, the more it's going to grow, because we turned away about 15 to 20 teams last year.
Oh, wow.
15 from the T25 and about 5 from the ODI, because everybody wants to play the T20 format.
Right.
These 2 grounds that we give up, City gave me some grounds in return, but not a lot. That will make up about 25% of what we lost. So we've been scheduling and rescheduling, and our members are getting a little irritated, but we told them what the reason is, and it's the benefit of bringing GT20 to Brampton, right? And probably infrastructural benefits to the league. So they're patient. After this event, games are going to go on over here in the mornings on the weekends, and they were supposed to go on in the afternoon. Now I'm being asked for some other concessions. I haven't made any concessions yet, but we will look at that. But we will see what happens. But at this point in time, when the games are finished, they were estimating about a week to remove all of these, and then we can have the ground. But we will talk about that, because if the games are finished and the stands are still being removed and games could continue to play, then our players will enjoy the benefit of playing on this facility for the period of time until a decision has been made as to what to do with the turf. Is it staying here? Would it have proper maintenance? Or are we going to relocate it to our other fields, which was one of the other plans, right? So all of those has drastically been shuffling around based on the time it took to negotiate with CAA and all of that. And you have to tip your hat to GT20. Despite the challenges and the obstacles and the hurdles that has been put in front of them, they have actually managed to step over them, step around them, and still able to get this event off on a timely manner.
Right.
It had to be moved a little bit, but to put it, as you can see, the construction and the work, we were here from Friday to now, and day to day what's happening, this will be ready. And I don't think there is any doubt that GT20 will play here this year, and I don't think there will be any doubt that GT20 here in Brampton will be more successful than last year, because take for starters, just look at the ground. The ground itself already is a better playing facility,
yep.
Right? The turf is brand new, they're done from scratch, right? Again, I don't think there is a comparison to be made between last year and this year. I think Jason, Karen, Mr. Gourmet, all the staff that's on GT20 has done a tremendous job to get it here.
Okay, Prem, just before you go, what message you like to give it to the viewers about Global T20? You know, because as you can see, the opening ceremony is also coming, as well as ticket sale already started. What message you can?
To everyone that's watching, especially our BDCL players, TND players, all the players from all the leagues, GT20 has made tickets extremely affordable this year compared to last year. They have dropped the prices dramatically. You should come out, buy your tickets, come and support this event. You got superstars coming. Yeah, granted that some of them are the older superstars and they're mixing with the current World Cup superstars. Yeah. But you have a proper blend of professional GT20 players that are coming here. And you should come out, support this event, make it a resounding success. All of you in Brampton, there is no excuses. You in Mississauga, there are no excuses. Always there was an excuse about the time it takes to get to King City. There's no such excuse anymore. You can park at the International Trade Center, they bus you in here, you don't have to drive, you don't have to worry about traffic. You go back, you pick your car up and you go. Come on out, support this event. You're supporting not just GT20, you're supporting cricket and its development in Brampton, as well as cricket and its development in Canada. Don't forget, there is a contingent of Canadian players that are being played. Mm-hmm. There are issues and questions on the internet as to how they were selected and whatnot. At this time, that should all be put aside. Right. There shouldn't be inter-league or inter-politics that enter this. The kids have been selected. Let them come out. Let them play. Let them represent themselves and their leagues and their clubs. Come out and support them, because you wanted local talent. This year, GT20 has more local talent that's going to participate on a per team capita. Yeah. I don't know if Jason covered that.
Yes.
So you have more of a reason to come out and support your local talent. So this can be a success with you coming in here, filling up these stands. The prices have been as low as they could put it. And tip of the hat to GT20, they did a good job so far.
Thank you, Prem, for coming to our show today. And yes, everyone, this is all about entertainment, and you are going to witness one of the best event going to happen in Brampton, in your city, where all our crazy cricketers, crazy people is going to come and watch this cricket. So keep watching Toronto Game On here.
Only on Z9 Digital TV.